Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos, news updates. Nuroluayo, na nuroluayo, nuroluayo, na nuroluayo. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Nna nụrụ onye kere ụwa nuroluayo. Nna nụrụ Olisa bi n'igwe nụrụ akwa yo. Now the update is this.
State of Biafra. And luckily, we have our resident history buff, Jeff Abramowitz, in studio. Jeff, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining me.
Thank you. I'd like to start by quoting the Bible, which is not something I do often or even at all for that matter, from the book of Ecclesiastes. That which has been shall be. That which has been done shall be done. There is nothing new under the sun.
So how does that connect to Biafra?
Because we are talking about a civil war, the Nigerian Civil War, which was one of the world's great humanitarian crises of its time, still resonates in Africa. It was a war when the eastern part of Nigeria, which was mainly Christian, dominated by the Igbo tribe, broke away from Muslim-dominated West Nigeria, its own state Biafra, fought a brutal, bitter war, held out for 3 years, but then was starved into submission.
We saw the president saying at the court, that they don't know how they are not responsible. They should bring in wow, Buhari, Malami, and Femi Adesina got involved into Nnamdi Kanu's mess. I think it has backfired.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember humble self, Evangelist Benjamin Johnson, SS Nachi, one and the only Biafran evangelist. I will continue to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. I've been telling you concerning regard to this spirit of Biafra, whenever it rises, you will see everybody, because spiritual controls the physical. You will see everybody running helter-skelter, in the state, and they will be finding themselves in the state of confusion. And that is the state where Nigeria have found themselves. You can see everybody in the court, both the DSS, they are not denying being involved of kidnapping Mazen and the Kanu. Malami, Buhari, and El-Rufai, and their group, Femi Adesina, and co, they are all now saying that then who, if they are not the one that kidnapped Mazen and the Kanu, who did? Is it Tinubu that just entered position now that kidnapped Mazen and the Kanu? I want to know. Or is it Omotosho that just assumed the office to preside over these trials? Is it the one that kidnapped Mazen and the Kanu? How did the Mazen and the Kanu get to enter the country? And who was in power when Mazen and the Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya? Was it not Buhari? And I will not forget so soon, Lai Muhammad, who made a promise and a vow that who will help them to, kidnap Mazen and the Kanu will be paid $100 million. He made it a broadcast. The broadcast that anybody that will help them to catch Mazen and kidnap Mazen and the Kanu will be paid. Any country that does that will receive $100 million from the federal government of Nigeria. It was under the government of Muhammadu Buhari. I wonder why they are now running away. And of which, you could remember, as at that time, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in London. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu being a London man, and you know what the British, if they should embark on that kind of journey, their image will be completely tarnished. And in order for them not to tarnish their image, they have to hands off. And remember, there was a group organization called Interpol. And that Interpol was a French Interpol that was used to track Mazen Nnamdi Kanu whereabouts in Kenya. And that was what they used, because Kenya is a wretched country. With the help of the government, as at that time, the former president of Kenya, the former government of Kenya now collected the money with the help of the Interpol and beat Mazen Nnamdi Kanu into coma.
That reminds me that what the headquarters of Interpol located in France said recently that the top leaders in Interpol is not aware that whoever that's involved should be brought to book. I think they are just reacting to the trial that is going on. Interpol said they are not aware of what happened. Nigeria police said they are not aware. DSS police said they are not aware. Then who is aware? That's the question.
That is the area I am standing now. If these people, both Interpol, all of them are not denying it, let them ask Kenya. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya, and before he was kidnapped from Kenya down to Nigeria, he was beaten to coma. So he was in the state of coma when he was brought down to Nigeria. And who are the people that brought? You can remember why we the Biafrans are against the late Ifeanyi Uba. Have you forgotten? The letter Ifeanyi Uba, of which his plane was used to kidnap Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. You remember that was the anger of the people that which they refused to bury him when he was supposed to be buried when they brought the corpse down to Nigeria.
Okay, are you saying that likely it's possible that Lai Mohammed, federal government gave Ifeanyi Uba 100 million to facilitate the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu?
Not that Kenya. They give only Ifeanyi Uba. I said they pay to Kenya government with the help of Interpol, French Interpol, the people that track the place of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, where he is or where he was in Kenya, before the Kenya government at that time sent their boys right there where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was, and they beat him up there because he tried to resist them to defend himself. They beat him up to coma, and you know the way they brought Mazen Nnamdi Kanu down to Nigeria. They zip him like a dead body inside a sack down to Nigeria here. Do you understand me? So if these people now are not denying it, ask Lai Mohammed, although he's a lying man, so he can deny if Buhari can deny.
I don't think he's still lying, you know, whether he has repented like a Hope Uzodinma.
Maybe, actually, maybe he has repented with the Hope Uzodinma. Why am I making point of calling somebody like Late Ifeanyi Uba? Because his plane was used. So definitely there are people that are involved in kidnapping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu into Nigeria. And let me tell you, if these people are denying, where was Mazen Nnamdi Kanu coming from to the courts? Was he not under the DSS? Then if you say you are not involved, how come Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is being detained by DSS? Where is he detained by under your custody? Why is he detained in your department? Because we have military, we have police, we have other places, you know, where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu could be detained if you say you are not involved. Do you understand? So, and where is he coming from to court? Was he not from the DSS department? That he comes every time he appears in the court. The DSS will escort him to the court. DSS will escort him back to the office, their place, where they kept him. Do you understand? So, if all these people are not denying it, that means there is light coming at the end of the tunnel. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra and IPOB has finally conquered Nigeria. Once again, you can see what played in the court. In the court examination, you can see even the masquerade they appear as a witness, they don't know anything over what they have appeared to defend or to be a witness of. Do you understand? And if you watch it, there is a statement, because I just want to, slice it now. You can watch. It has gotten to the point that even James Omotosho, the presiding judge, is now getting tired and getting fed up over the way Nigeria, cancer is handling, appearing to the issue. You understand? Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cancer team came up after Nigeria have showcased their own evidence, which they have against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They themselves brought so many evidences. They thought that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu conquered Nigeria in Abia State, Umuahia, and the one in Enugu State. And how brutal vandalized Mazen Nnamdi Kanu home with intention of to kill Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And he has to escape. They were, pointing it that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu jumped to bay. It is only a tree that we hear say they want cut her, and he go stand there. When they saw that they want to kill him, you and I, everybody saw how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu home was, destroyed completely. You cannot stand there. He has to jump by escaping. He has to run away. Do you understand? So if that is the way to jump bail, I don't see it that that one is a jumping bail, but Nigeria made him to jump bail. It's Nigeria that jump bail. It's Nigeria that break the law. So he has to escape for his dear life so that he can stand today to defend that the same, allegation. So with all these videos and the one, the federal court of the one in Abuja, appeal court, their own case, the one that the last one that they judged over Mazen Kanu, they presented everything, and the Omotosho agreed that with that action that Nigeria federal government, took against Mazen Kanu was against Mazen Kanu human rights, was against her rights, civic rights in this country, and they admitted with all this admission, show that Mazen Kanu is coming out victorious, and Nigeria is losing again. Do you understand? Nigeria is losing again.
My people, another hear them now. What do you make of it? Drop your comments. But remember, it's Biafra or nothing. Bye for now.